तेरी याद में निहा तेरी यादों का तेरी याद में निहा तेरी याद 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 तेरी याद
You know what that music means? It's the Hesi podcast on a Wednesday night, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's a jam-packed show tonight. We got a lot of guests, the usual suspects up in this thing. I'm your host, Girls for the Girls, and we got the rest of the crew up in here. What's up, fellas?
Oh, you are married, sir.
Hey, nigga, hey, now don't blow the
that is over. That part of your life is over.
Listen, hey, y'all my niggas, but you know it's between us, okay?
Nah, my nigga, we hung your jersey up in the Raptors. You gotta stand in the middle of the court with your arms crossed, like I missed the game.
Ghost.
Y'all hear D'Angelo Russell?
Hey, man. Hey,
nah, man.
Listen.
You like Dr. J, he just sitting in the crowd like, man, I missed the game, but I can't play no more. I'm good. I'm good.
I just live vicariously through my guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's Wednesday. Ghost, what's good with you, man? How you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Hey, thank y'all for having me back once again. Always a good time.
Nigga, fuck you. You ain't text me. Oh, bro, what's up?
Bro, I got your number, bro.
Nigga, I sent it in the chat, nigga. Yeah,
that's the chat.
Nigga. Yeah, nigga.
Oh, yeah. Go to space said, my bad, man.
When we get out, when we get out here, you give it to me verbally. My shit gonna do not disturb at 9 o'clock.
Hey, why does Boogie look like he about to take the water supply? That nigga Boogie first time I take the water supply.
He got that Miss Burr swag. Excellent right now.
Yeah, I'm hearing the background music looping.
Yeah, dog. You know what I'm saying? We vibing right now.
I like this.
I like this. It's nice.
Oh, what's good with you, dog? I can't hear you, bro.
You're muted.
There it is.
My fault. Just trying to avoid this hurricane sliding through.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
everything is.
Man.
Yeah, stay safe down there.
Man, please stay safe. You bunkering down.
It's way up there. We might catch some wind tomorrow night.
Get the dirty side of it, but hey, man, just stay safe.
Russ, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. It's a glorious hump day. You know what I'm saying? It's that week. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, and if you don't know, it's that Red River shootout week. I'm gonna call it what it is because it is what it is, and it's been that the best, greatest. Sorry,
wait a minute. Hold on.
Most greatest
my bad.
football rivalry.
Hey, Chase, you said fuck OU.
Well, I have. You know what? And I'll say this. Yapping.
All right, so we got a jam-packed show tonight. Now we're gonna be talking. I mean, listen, there's a lot of topics. Okay, there's Chad OCHOCINCO gonna square up against that big nigga. We all know who it is, Mr. Harrison himself, Mr. James Harrison. And then we got some like grimy, dirty nigga shit to talk about too. We hey man, it's one of those things where it's like, dog, I didn't know you was like that, bro. But I kind of knew, but I just didn't know for sure. But there's some incriminating news about one of your favorite NFL wide receivers.
We knew.
It's one of those.
Oh, we knew, right?
We knew. The writing was on the wall.
Yeah,
man.
man.
That shit in big letters.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, we're gonna get into that a little bit. So, Boogie, I'm gonna let you get the floor because you are our MMA fight expert. Hit me up. What's going on with your boy Chad
Shama?
Okay, so look, Shama, no Shama. So pretty much what's going on, OCHOCINCO and the man who we commonly known as Debo, James Harrison. formerly of the Pittsburgh Steelers and other defenses of mass destruction. Apparently, they got into a little going back and forth on a television program where Chad Johnson pretty much kind of talked himself into a MMA fight with James Harrison.
The scariest nigga to ever play football, nigga.
And I mean, look, if you know Chad Johnson, you know that Chad is a talker. Like, if he's going to do anything, he's going to talk. Now, if you know James Harrison, he looks like a man that can just, crush your head with his bare hands. So, to challenge him to an MMA fight, and from the looks of things, is looking like this is like something that's going to actually materialize into something. I don't advise him, Chad Johnson, to do this. I'm gonna be honest. This is probably going to play out something straight from the silver screen, a la Baby Boy, where and Ving Rhames, with Ving Rhames choking Jody out. Ironically, they're both bald. Or this might be like a Smokey and Debo situation where, ironically, one is nicknamed Debo and the other one.
Yeah, he gonna wake up and James Harrison gonna be cooking eggs in his house, butt ass naked.
Okay.
I feel like that is gonna turn into a boxing match. There's just no way that materializes.
I don't even think it's gonna turn to a boxing match.
Well, they said it's supposed to be an exhibition, so who knows? I mean, if they go full flat out, then yeah.
I don't think they're gonna go flat out, man. They're not gonna go full fledged.
Yeah. And first, go ahead.
I do think James Harrison is going to try to win this fight, though. I do.
He's going to try to kill him. What do you mean? James Harrison.
He's just way heavier. He's bigger. He's stronger.
Yeah, he's going to try to win this fight for whatever he's worth.
Who going to win, man? Who going to win?
Don't necessarily mean anything.
James Harrison, unless Chad Johnson done spend a year training with the Dagestanis.
Look.
A developer.
Chad Johnson about to be like Van Damme in Bloodsport versus that big Asian nigga.
Well, look, check it. So,
hey, hold on, Ghost. Go ahead. What'd you say, Ghost?
I'll say, look, so if Chad gonna take you serious, what I'm saying, to really train, he out there in Miami, one of the best camps, in MMA, American Top Team is in Miami. I'll go out there in American Top Team, hit up Dustin Poirier, hit up Yoel Romero, hit up Kayla Harrison.
Jesus.
Hey, get out there. Hey, give me some submissions. Hey, give me some submissions. Teach me some submissions. Teach me some striking. Because one thing, James Harrison, a powerful dude. But like most powerful dudes you see in MMA, they got about a good 2 to 3 minutes before they motherfucking all diddy, blow they load, and then the motherfucker's tired. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? He's a strong motherfucker, but who knows what his cardio's like? That's a big dude.
I have to pause everything.
Hold on, Poe. Go ahead, Poe. What you about to say?
OCHOCINCO could train for 2 years, and James Harrison can get off the couch, and all that weight is gonna grab him, lay on him, and just start pounding away. It doesn't matter. Like, that's why I don't think UFC. If it was boxing, he could wear him down. He could avoid punches and wear him down. But if it's not boxing and it's UFC, there is zero chance OCHOCINCO walks out of that cage on top.
Jesus.
Jesus. All right, so we got that.
Hold on, I get this is why I'm fighting. Good. I have a question for the fight people, non-fight people, because I'm not really I watch fights, but I don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the muck. So should Ryan Garcia fight Devin Haney again?
Yeah, nigga. Unequivocally, yes, motherfucker.
Yes.
Not even like something that you even need to discuss.
I have one more question. Is Devin Haney the first black fighter to lose the black vote?
Probably not, man. I would say off the top of my head, I don't think so, but he's definitely losing that bitch right now.
I'm just not starting online. And the words of that man AB, I'm not gonna lie, man, he getting cooked.
So you think Ryan Garcia should fight Haney?
Yeah.
You think? I'm saying for Ryan. You think
for Ryan?
You know what I'm saying? PEDs.
Yeah. Not guilty. Case dismissed.
Look, and this is why I need to. I'm gonna say it. Ryan Ryan needs, Ryan really don't need to, but I know Ryan is going to fight. If it comes up again, Ryan needs to go ahead and clear the air of any doubters to show that, hey, I really am better than this guy. I deserve to to be the champion. As far as Haney goes, yeah, he's handled this completely wrong. With the lawsuit for the assault, the state fair incident, he punched the dude at the state fair, and that dude didn't even sue you for an assault. He didn't even get knocked out, but I just think that they're going about this whole shit wrong. You're a boxer, bro. Like, assaulting is what y'all do. So for you,
he can whip my ass and everybody else's ass. But
yeah, but
he's the most
I'm
bitch
just saying,
man.
man, how the shit look, dog, is just it looked bad, man. You sitting here, suing the man for assault, like, bro, like, you got your money.
I've never in my life seen a boxer sue somebody else for assault.
Yeah,
you have 2 deadly weapons.
Now look,
it's not looking good. It's like you can see what the internet, the community is saying. And it ain't looking good for him.
That's what I mean, though. Like, the court of public opinion believes Ryan's the better fighter, and so
he is.
There's no reason for him unless like there's a stipulation that he gets Tay again afterwards. So like
I'll say this,
Let's not push it now.
But like that's the only way I would fight Haney again. There's no reason to fight Haney again unless I get that fight again. Because the court of public opinion has already agreed that I beat him.
If they fight, they have to fight for the belt. It has to be a title fight, and it would have been a title fight if you would have made weight.
Mm-hmm. All right, wait, hold up now. Now, Ryan, cool, good job. Like the Haney shit is cool, funny, entertaining. But let's not. Why would you want that to be a stipulation? He don't want to fight Tay.
He does.
No, he don't. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, okay.
One minute, then we got to move.
Yeah,
he don't want
final remarks.
You're saying he's gonna lose? That's not what he might lose, but I'm saying like that's the fight that he wants. He lost that fight, so he wants to get it back. That's the fight that he would want,
and that's how you should do it. You should go ahead. You should run back your losses and go ahead and try to get that fight back in the win column. Not try to settle it in court.
Unless it's a super payday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but nah, man, don't go in there. I'm going there, no.
Before we move on, hey, shout out, Alex Pereira, one of the GOATs. Before we move on,
I told you that last week, man. You try to say Khalil Roundtree. Nah,
he rocked him. He called
Alex Pereira has the punching power that we have not seen in MMA since Francis Ngannou left. So this is that type of shit, bro. He can graze you with that left, and you're going to sleep. It's just what it is, bro.
All right, let's go. Let's keep it moving. All right, so one of the things we talked about in the intro of the show is that some of y'all's favorite rappers, your favorite athletes let's say they dibble and dabble on both sides of the train. Okay,
spraying babies.
And and this is a multi-layered story. So if you live under a rock, you might not know. But for those of you who are with the shits, let's talk about Cardi B. So there is a story, okay? First broken by DJ Academics, and he alleged that Stephon Diggs is piping Cardi B and 2 other gangster niggas chicks. Okay, so we kind of we talked about that. So Steph, congratulations. Hey, clap it up for you, sir. But there is also there's a backside to this. No pun intended. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all real quick and show you the latest allegation with Mr. Stephon Diggs. Now, I am a Bills fan. I'm not saying this because I don't like Stephon Diggs. I'm just telling you this because this is the actual tea. So it is alleged that, that's not the right one. Okay. Hold on. It is alleged that there is a guy named Chris Blake Griffith accuses Stephon Diggs of drugging him and trying to have sex with him. Claims it played a part in him getting jumped by Stephon's brother. Now, Stephon has two brothers. One is Trayvon Diggs, and there's another nigga. We don't know his name because whatever. Javon, Trayvon, Slavon. Previously, it was reported that Stephon Diggs had an affair with Cardi B when she was 8 months pregnant. So,
what?
Stephon is piping down dudes as well. Thoughts on
Allegedly.
that? Allegedly.
Man, allegedly. Yeah, bro. What?
I don't know about the gay shit.
What?
But I definitely think that he hit with the baby bump, and that is diabolical, sir.
Yeah. Either way, it's like
Offset crying.
Bro. Like, you know, I'm more leaning towards the Cardi B story. The alleged Cardi B story. That's the one I'm kind of leaning towards. But I'll say this: if the other one happened to be true, I'll say this: in this day and age, could you really be surprised? No.
I'm gonna say bullshit. I'm gonna say it's bullshit just because, in light of all the Diddy shit, you know what I'm saying? It's a prime time for people that want to just muck rake. But I 100%, I'm not gonna lie, 100% believe that he was hitting with the baby bump. He probably was hitting before the baby bump, you know what I'm saying? But he for sure was hitting with the baby bump, sir.
Yeah,
so,
man, you know, I've heard through the grapevine that Jesus.
So let me show you something. Let me show you something. Here's the rest of the story. Okay, the gentleman on the left.
Oh, he looked like he's getting piped down ass nigga.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes. This is Chris Blake Griffith. And I'll read this to you. So he says, "This is my life we're talking about." So he definitely has that R. Kelly thing going on. I don't know what you do with yours, but I'm gonna be doing some shit with mine. Yeah, so it means something.
With like 8 G's. So you know that's definitely definitely gay.
He says, "I'm speaking from perspective of fact. So to denounce the spreading of any misinformation, here's a synopsis. I'm familiar with Mr. Marshawn because of his half brother. I would design and lean home his half-brother's clothing line that resembles that of Forever 21's men's line. And Marshawn used to run my errands per his half-brother's demands as I worked on the line. We didn't work in close proximity, but he was around. Them other guys, I don't know. The derivative of all this shit is that Stephon tried to drug me and then have sex with me, and I escaped unscathed. Thank you, Jesus. But I now know his secret, and that didn't sit well with him. Weeks later, after his failed sexual attempt on me, because I don't play like that and never have, Marshawn realized that I was no longer affiliated with his half-brother, and because he's broke, not being funny, but like actually doesn't have money, plus has 3 kids, plus Stephon doesn't take care of him because he didn't meet him until he was 12 years old or something like that. He saw a gap in what was a strong relationship between his brother and I and tried to rob my crib from my Chrome Hearts necklace, Chrome Hearts collection, and more. Jacket with 100+ crosses, multiple bags, etc., etc. First thing he said when I got off the elevator was, "What's up with all that Chrome shit?" Him and the other 2 crash outs he tagged to help him did give a damn about no cameras, but they likely wanted my mouth closed about the closeted receiver and wanted to kill me and leave my apartment after they cleared it with all of my valuables. And then closing, he says, and that ain't even all the tea, but everybody knows so much. They're going to run a narrative about theft to protect the fact that he drugged me and then tried to try me. But unlike the fruitful thinker, I respectfully live my life as 100% straight man that doesn't dabble in experimentation, unlike him. But the truth needs to be, well, okay, this nigga just shut up. All right, here we go. Thoughts on that? Russ, go ahead, Russ.
I'm just gonna say this: 50, call that nigga. He need to write for power, because that was a great fucking story. I mean, that was a lot of bullshit, but that was a great motherfucking story right there. Like, I escaped unscathed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
There was a lot of O's, and the extra spelling threw me off, bro.
I don't play like that.
Thank you, Jesus.
Play with like 8 Y's.
But hold on, I'm gonna say this about
Diggs right now.
Cardi. I think he definitely did it because I remember going back. I think was it when Lizzo when she first dropped that song. Which matter of fact, shout out to Lizzo. She looking real good right now. She had dropped that song and did that. She did that line about something with Minnesota, like my man played for the Minnesota Vikings or some shit like that. And I remember on Fox, it was like, who is she talking about? And they asked everybody on the team, like, she probably talking about Diggs. Yeah, she talking about Diggs. Everybody said Diggs. So if he was knocking down probably Lizzo, he definitely went ahead and sprayed that baby.
Damn.
Golly.
Ouch.
He
did though. That's terrible.
What you got on it?
Like, would you want who was it when Jones was playing? Or like, would you want your sister dating Stephon Diggs? He was like,
yeah, they were like, no.
Somebody on that team said no.
No.
And he was like, why? And he smirked. I was like, ooh.
I mean,
yeah.
He's got the Bill Cosby special working. If he's trying to drug dudes,
yeah, that's
you see that nigga. He got that nigga. Yeah,
very serious allegations. You know,
that nigga's on his Smollett.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's on his Smollett. I want to say the truth of that situation is probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I just never think there's a black and white. The fact that he fucked Cardi B is like I feel like that's known. I feel like people have known that because a lot of people have came out and said it's true. So the Chris dude, I don't know if it's true the way he said it, but I'm sure the truth is somewhere in the middle. It wouldn't surprise me. He wore a dress to the LA game.
Multiple
he tried
times
to do this fashion stuff, like, and a lot of people. I mean, Diggs is the type to indulge in this, like Diddy's parties, and like, I mean,
but every time someone got to slander somebody, they be coming down and be like, he's after some meat. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I do think he was a grimy nigga and was out in these streets, dirty lurching. But no, I don't think he was trying to get no cock. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The way he read that story and all that shit, like, nah, I don't think that. But I do think he out there doing some devious things. He dirty lurching for real. Like, he out there 8 months with the baby bump. Like, Cardi B, you have your, like, last week I said we focusing on her, and this week I'll be like, nah, we focusing on him. So, like, yes, that's terrible that she would like try to do that. But my nigga, you saw you was like, yeah, nigga.
Yeah, that baby was probably kicking.
My
God. Man, go.
Yeah, baby dropping next month, man.
He's scarred.
Yeah,
that baby scarred. That's just diabolical, bro.
Why would he say that story about Diggs in particular? Why would he make up that specific story about?
Oh, because you said you got a baby dropping?
Because
you talking about the one from Chris Blake Griffith?
Yeah. Like, what type of relationship would he have with Diggs? Like, you know, I don't know Diggs to really enjoy the company of white people all that much. And so, like, or even light skinned, like, so, like, he seems more of like a urban hanging out with, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem like he would be doing that unless he was in that weird kind of.
I mean, when you are, you know, bumping elbows with those in the Hollywood industry in terms of fashion, I mean, it don't matter. Black, I mean, it's all like all much together. So, and we've seen this from Diggs for 2 years now. Now, we're not saying that he's gay, but I just think, you know, the company you keep is definitely something that to keep an eye on. Go ahead, Russ.
Two words, one name, Jaguar Wright. That's all I gotta say.
It should be on it.
She don't crack.
No, you not gonna do my girl like that.
No, bro, because the point I'm making is anybody can wake up in the morning and be like, yo, this person did this, and they be like, oh, who you know? Oh, I know this person, I knew this person, I knew this person. And so people that don't know nothing are gonna be like, well, I believe you. But a lot of shit that people say just be some bullshit because they can say a lot of bullshit and credit to them, get your paper. But it's like, think about, like, when you really think about it, like, think about what we're talking about. Like, this nigga is fucking Cardi B. He's probably fucking her before she had the baby bump. Let's just be honest, because Offset been fucking another bitch. We talked about it another time. He made a fucking song with Don Toliver about it. So she's probably been fucking him and other athletes or whatever for a minute. So, like, to go from that to, oh, he tried to drug and rape me. Like, come the fuck on, bro. Like, what do we like?
But Jaguar Wright gives up stories about other people doing stuff with other people. She has never, or as far as I know, came out with a story about somebody doing something to her in particular. So, like, why would this guy come out and say
but it's
about
not,
himself?
but it's not a direct comparison. It's just a stating the fact of people will just come out and say things and make up things and have things to say.
And
like,
part of that is true.
Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, Poe. Like, yeah, she can say all this shit, but the fact that she got this cease and desist and she ain't said shit, like, that lets you know, like, okay, so a lot of the shit that you spitting is bullshit. And I'm not gonna lie. Like, Cardi is known for, like, if you say some bullshit, like, she gonna go after you. She ain't said shit about it. In fact, she done basically owned up to the shit. She just ain't said no names. So, like, on that side, we know that shit is true because the last motherfucker that said some fake shit about Cardi, she ended her fucking financials, her fucking stream. She ended all that shit, which was pretty dope, by the way. But she ended all that shit. So, like, the fact that she ain't like doing nothing about that type of shit. But anytime someone come out and be like, oh, this nigga gay, like, I'd be like, man, come on now.
All right, hold on,
like,
Russ. So hold on.
Because, like, there's no reason to bring out this. You didn't give me a reason that he would bring out the story. He's not gonna get no paper from this. He's not gonna get no money from this. There's like, unless there's evidence with it, and Stephon tried to hide it.
So let's give a little context to the whole conversation. So Russ is not a conspiracy theorist. So we've established that for years. Now Poe and I, we like a good conspiracy. Okay. Now the thing about the conspiracies lately, they're all coming true, and especially about Hollywood. Especially about Hollywood and your favorite rappers and your favorite actors. Like, this shit is, Hollywood is crumbling as we know it. And the culture, as we say, is suffering right now for real, authentic people. So we don't know. We weren't there. We don't know, but this is all alleged, right? And it's just fun to talk about.
I like to ask the question, why would this person do this? Like,
if it wasn't true?
Like, why would you say that you almost got raped yourself if you're not going to get any money from it, if you're not going to get any real clout from it? Because if people really don't fuck with that idea, but he's not getting good attention,
it doesn't matter.
It absolutely doesn't matter because he's going to get hate and no following.
But you're okay, Poe. You're a sensible person, so, like, you have to take that part of your brain when you think sensibly and, like, take that out of it. The money doesn't matter. The real clout doesn't matter to these people. Attention matters to these people. They just want people to look at them and see what they said. They don't give a fuck if the people agree. They don't give a fuck if the people like it. They don't care if they do like it. All they want is for you to say, I see you. That's all they want, bro. And that's what he's getting. We read it. Sterling read the whole thing. There's other people talking about it. He's getting exactly. So if it's true or not, they don't care. They just want eyes on them. If they get something from it, they get something from it. See, you're a sensible person, so you're thinking of it like a person with common sense. You're like, I wouldn't do something unless I really got something from it. Motherfuckers don't care. He just wrote a fucking essay about being not gay and
almost being raped. And he's a man, so he's definitely not getting nothing out of it other than he's gonna get hate. Bro. So, like, again, it doesn't make sense to me why you would come out with that story.
I mean, I don't
know. Some women, you get money out of it. Like, I don't, like, that might be a thing that I would ask, but, like, I just don't. I don't let it sit. I don't just throw it off to the side. I'm gonna.
There's gotta. If it feels like there might be a little bit of truth in there, if anything.
Okay, so here's my thing, and I feel this way about all the people that tend to bring up shit late, like, and I'm the trauma. And I don't give a fuck. Like, why you wait till he hotter than fish grease for fucking a pregnant chick, 8 months pregnant, to release it? Like, I really feel like if you really had something happen and you really had something that went wrong and something really, really went wrong, you not gonna wait till the motherfucker on blast for something else to say, well, let me add on to it. Like, you're not. And I'm really gonna hold fast to the fact that these people don't want money, bro. They don't care. They want attention. Attention is the most, like, it is the drug that is sought out for by, like, the most people. If you were to tell people what they want the most, it is attention. That's why public speaking is the biggest fear, because people don't want what they want most. Like you give them attention and they don't want it, but they want it so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Attention seekers tend to want people to feel sorry for him, and that story, any person with a brain would know that story is not going to get anybody to feel sorry for him.
Boogie, you got anything on it?
Next subject.
Real quick. First thoughts when you see this nigga right here.
Bro, what the fuck is up with gay black Jesus?
That nigga got a shiny ass forehead, nigga.
Boy, that nigga look, bro. Oh my god,
anointed nigga.
That nigga look like Tyra Banks and the Washington's son had a baby.
That's a mean lace front.
Hey, they said this nigga said bro look like he turns water into Hennessy.
Bro, nigga, nah, he turns water into MD 2020. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Instead of Ash Wednesday, nigga got cocoa butter Wednesday.
On his thumb, nigga. Hey, Boogie. Hey, but y'all know that's one of the niggas that you driving around the downtown area. You stop and that nigga one of them says, "You got a moment for the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ."
No.
Oh, all right. So that
nigga look holy and homeless, nigga. No,
you got me. You got me coughing. Final boss, dog.
You got me coughing.
But final boss of what, nigga?
Essential oils, nigga.
Oh man! All right. So let's get to the sports portion of the show tonight. Y'all ready for that?
Let's get it.
So let's talk about. We'll start with the NFL tonight. There is a lot of chatter about different wide receivers being traded due to certain circumstances. Maybe your coach got fired, or you don't like the head coach that you're currently playing for, like Davante Adams. And he is a hot name on the trade block right now. According to NFL insiders, the teams remaining in this race are the Saints, the Bills, and there was like another team. And the Jets. The Jets are, I think, probably are the front runner to get Davante Adams. But there are other receivers that were also mentioned in these trade rumors, such as Amari Cooper of the Cleveland Browns. There's Deontay Johnson, who currently plays for the Carolina Panthers, and so on. So what do you guys think about if Davante Adams had to play for a team, if he gets traded to a team that was mentioned, what's the best fit?
I would say this, and I'm gonna say honestly, as of right now, I don't even want to see him on the Saints, but the Saints would probably be the one that makes sense. But the thing is that you want to play with Carr. You have a very, your contract is not favorable moving forward unless the Raiders take some of that, eat some of that cap, but I doubt it. Also, you want to play with Carr, but Carr is hurt right now.
Is that what it is?
No.
Here we go. What's up, Ghost?
I'm two
Saints fans.
And I'm gonna say this. I can see him fitting in better there than him going to New York, even though New York makes the most sense, even despite them, firing their head coach. But I think what they said Pittsburgh is another player that might be.
They said Pittsburgh, and then they said today that they kind of dropped out of the race. I don't know.
I know
Devontae probably said, "Fuck no."
I know another team that was aggressively supposed to pursue them. It's another NFC team, but I can't think of it. But no, I don't want to see him. To be honest, I don't want to see him with the Saints. I'd much rather them let Spencer Rattler step in and see what he can do with these current guys that he's been working with, in this previous season, and let's see if he's really the guy. And I don't want to invest into Carr's future there with the Saints. Bringing in Davante Adams to where he can play with his former teammate.
You ready to move? You ready to start the Spencer Rattler experiment and just get rid? You're done with Carr?
I believe so, man. At this point, is like we're seeing he's been injured both these seasons. I think at this time to see what to see what Spencer Rattler really has. If the system can help him succeed, then so be it. But I already talked to you about the Sterling. Their first round pick needs to be Cam Ward.
That'd be nice.
Be nice. Because this is the first I've heard about him being injured. Has this been happening? Was this announced all season? Because I remember, saying, hey, look, first 2 games, he was out there doing his thing, hit the Michael Jackson, and then all of a sudden he just went down the cliff, and then I never heard nothing about the injuries till you just said it now. So has this been well done? Like he's been
No, he just got injured literally like this past game. I seen him hold his
against Kansas. Okay. So the other couple games he was just trash can dumpster.
Yeah, and look, and I'll say this, the first 2 weeks he did look great. Granted we did play, and we can roughly say that one was a bad team, one team just marginally marginally good team, at the time.
Okay.
And we did have a very we did have a starting line. We had a very strong line. Now we're back to shifting personnel and trying to fit in pieces here and there. We're back to what we were doing last season with the unhealthy line. And I think everything starts with a healthy, stable line, and you see that what we can do with that line now. In the losses that we had, I would chalk that up to defense. And we can get into that where, the defense is always, vaulted and celebrated as one of the top defenses. But when was the last time they actually got a stop when we needed it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. And the thing is that whenever they need to make a stop, what happens?
To never make one.
They never make one. They cause a mistake. It's either or something like that. So we can honestly say that the defense is not clutch.
No,
it's not a clutch defense.
Front runners.
If the offense has the lead, the defense can keep the other offense from taking the lead. We can get certain stops here and there, but if we absolutely positively have to make a stop, we cannot get that.
Okay.
So here, let me ask you this: if we don't go after, say, Devontae, what do you think about D-Hop?
Our problem is not on offense. Like, as far as we don't need more firepower. I think we don't need another receiver that's going to help us. I think our troubles is with the line. If we can't fix the line, then nothing else is going to work. You're seeing it now. With McCoy out, he helped with some of the calls. His veteran presence is missing there. You're starting to see with a lot of the penalties, missing assignments. Like shit, man. Cesar Ruiz is another one we're missing. So, we're just thin. We're thin at the offensive line. We're signing guys off the street, and that's just that's going to be the story. If the offensive line can play great and it can play good, then we'll be fine.
Okay. Ghost, you had something.
Oh no! I just mentioned about about getting D-Hop, but yeah, I mean, I would go ahead and start Rattler. I mean, look, I don't think we're better than the Bucs right now. The Falcons, I don't even think we're better than the Falcons right now. The only team we're better than is Carolina, in our division. You know what I'm saying? If we make the playoffs, we're not beating any other team like this playoff bound. I don't think at this point we should, keep trying to go forward. Like you said, I think we should start Rattler, see what he can do, and then just in the off season, see what we can do with some of these contracts. And like I said, maybe if we can get Cam Ward, that'd be amazing. But I just think right now, I mean, just after watching these last couple of games where we've lost, I just think, you know what, maybe it was just like last year. We had a hot start last year. The last couple of years, we had like hot starts where we go like 3-0, 4-0, 3-1, and then, just tip of the iceberg. So I don't know. I just think as of right now, I came in during the season as a realist, just like, you know what?
Mhm.
Even if we did make a wild card spot, we're not going to go that far.
I've always
Okay.
said
And we don't go that far, especially with Carr.
I've
And
always
I'm sorry.
I've always said that our ceiling was the Super Bowl. I mean, not Super Bowl, the playoffs. That was our Super Bowl. If we make the playoffs, it's a great success as a season. And I've been saying that for the past 3 seasons that we've been doing this show, this podcast, and we haven't seen it. You know,
Yeah.
It's just,
I mean, the
it's what it
Saints are. I mean, I don't. You know, from outside looking in, I mean, do we really know what the Saints are? They don't have an identity. Like,
No.
I feel like they roll out like the has-beens. Like, Alvin Kamara is good, but he ain't what he once was, right? Like, it's just like what's the identity? Like, where is the search for the next quarterback? You know, and Spencer Rattler, I mean, he wasn't a prime pick, right? He was a late round guy, and it doesn't mean he can't be successful, but they got to figure out, like, okay,
they
rubber
do a
meets
lot
the
of
road.
budget search. They do a lot of budget searching. Is like
Yeah.
they don't really want to invest a lot of capital in quarterbacks, and they've always been this way. They would never to select a guy like, you know, higher than the second, I believe, or even in the first. They much rather get the guys out of free agency. But I think, you know, now what you need to do is that you just need to go ahead and draft a guy from college to where you can kind of, you know, sit there and, you know, build up. You know, shout out to Hurricane Dale out there in Miami. Like I just said,
Hey, good comeback last week.
Keep
One
rolling
of
them
the best
dice, nigga.
comebacks
Keep
of all
rolling them
time.
dice.
yeah. You know, shout out to the Hurricanes pulling one out.
Not really, but okay.
See, you hater. You hate.
Hey man, Cam Ward is good. Drafting to the Saints. That, you know, and that's been my thing since week 1. So I'm gonna keep saying that, and that's my wish list for the Saints is to draft a capable quarterback in round 1.
Okay. All right. So let's keep it pushing here. Quick news update. If you didn't know, Robert Saleh was fired from the New York Jets. They felt like brother's time was up. They got back from London. That boy showed up. That boy showed up to work like everything was copacetic, like everything was good. And they said, "Nah, son, your access to the building is denied." And Robert Saleh is out of that thing. Poe, what you think about it? And then Russ will go with you.
I mean, I think if your motive is to win right now, I think that's fair. You made the investment in Aaron. You don't really have a good backup right now if you were to move on from Aaron, and it just seems like Salah is so used to playing protective offense so that his defense can win games that you're not really getting the best out of Aaron and what Hackett could probably do for you together. Because he's so focused on running the football, controlling the clock, and not really letting Aaron open it up. So one of them probably had to go, and you invested too much in Aaron as far as the moves to keep Salah. So
okay, Russ.
First off, I ain't really hating on you, Dale. You know, Miami's got some good victory. We can talk about college later. I think that it was a move that was 100% based on what, you know, even if he didn't directly say it, I think Aaron Rodgers had something to do with it, with the way that he was
pouting on the sideline.
Not even pouting. It was just the way that you could just tell that he wasn't feeling the coach. And then the fact that Aaron Rodgers wasn't feeling the coach, the team started not feeling the coach. I don't think that all the blame should be on Salah, but I think that if a change is going to be made, like Poe said, like you've invested too much in this already. The offense that they want to run is proven. Now, I do think that they need to go get to the Devontae Adams thing. I do think that they're the ones that will get him. I think they will get him because they need him. I think that it's already, when they say that they got on the phone and they didn't talk about Salah, what the fuck you think they talked about? You know what I'm saying? Like, Aaron, how was your day? Yada, yada, yada. And after all that shit, like, do we need to get your boy? And Aaron's like, yes. Like, we need to get my boy out here because all these passes I'm trying to throw and all these things I'm trying to do, yeah, I need him. So,
but let me ask you this real
quick. But
interrupt.
Go ahead,
Ghost.
What coach has Aaron Rodgers really got along with?
I don't think it's See, and here's where I think we gotta like accept a fact. Like if we're gonna tell players that they need to just deal with what is and play with what is, at some point in time as a coach, you got to deal with what is and play what it is. And I don't think that Salah got booted out because Aaron Rodgers just didn't like him. I think that he got booted out because as a whole, the team wasn't vibing with him, and the guy that you got on the field to lead the team, he wasn't vibing with him. So and
Can I
Aaron
respond to that?
Rodgers. Well, I'll say this real quick, and then you can respond. And Aaron Rodgers is a player that's proven like it doesn't fucking matter if he agrees with your coach or not. Like he's gonna play football to the best of his ability. Now he may be older, but that's never mattered. Matt LaFleur and him was beefing about Love, and he won the MVP. It's about the talent around him and Devontae Adams.
So this whole narrative that Chase, I think it was Chase Daniels, brought up about him being a coach killer and him not liking coaches. Aaron's had 3 coaches since he's been in the league. Mike McCarthy, LaFleur, and Salah was his 3rd coach. That's 20 plus years of 3 coaches. That's not that many head coaches for a quarterback nowadays. So like this whole idea that he's a coach killer, I just think that he brings out this like argumentative. He doesn't really like Salah's like give in to what he's saying. He wants somebody that's going to combat him and push him, and Salah wasn't doing that. He was kind of just
I
sitting
also
back
think
and
too
looking
it was
at
just like A-Rod at that time, and your boy King that came on, like he's listening right now. Hey, look, I will admit when I'm wrong. I just think A-Rod's not the same A-Rod right now. I think at the time he could deal with all the other coaches because he was so damn talented. But I just think right now we're seeing a decline. But honestly, that's what I think what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, there is a decline. He's just not the same player.
Mm-hmm.
So I think before, Aaron Rodgers could carry a franchise, right? But now he obviously can't. And the Jets' offensive line, if you want to talk about the problem, that Jets' offensive line is probably one of the worst in the league. Definitely bottom 3rd. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has the quickest release time of any quarterback in the league. Like he pressure is in his face ASAP, and they haven't. So if there's a reason to fire Robert Saleh, I mean, you got to talk about player development. You got to talk about what's the plan with this offensive line, and let's not be excited like Nathaniel Hackett is a great offensive coordinator. He's trash to me. And Aaron Rodgers carried his butt in Green Bay. So like what has Nathaniel Hackett done outside of Green Bay? Absolutely nothing. So it's something to monitor, man. Like, I like Aaron Rodgers. Like I want to see him, succeed somewhat. I mean, he is what he is, but because he's a great player, but I just don't, Robert Saleh getting fired. I mean, I kudos to the Jets for saying like it don't work and we moving on. My Bills won't do that. We're stuck with McDermott. So and we'll keep it moving on that note right there.
Speaking of McDermott, I like this post that he had today. I like
recipes.
His interview, like as far as like a team.
What'd he say?
He was talking about like the cohesion of a team, and like I know you guys chalk this up, not you guys, but you and Spence chalk this up as coach speak. But like the whole cohesion of a team, like on Miami, you had like I had this idea that they're more talented, but they're all working towards different goals. They all want to be the one to make the play. And on McDermott's side of things, he wants the pieces to be in the right place, like a fence, like a wall, and you have to be able to build cohesion with that. Yeah. He doesn't feel like as of right now, everybody's on the same page from offense, defense, special teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's too much turnover.
Yeah, it's like everybody's different, new people, not as the same leadership, and I knew that would hit at some point. It just you guys look so good out the gate that it was hidden. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and for that aspect, like a leader of men, Sean McDermott is phenomenal at that. It's just I get irritated with the late game blunders and situational coaching. Like I just feel like it needs
run the ball.
You put that one on him,
huh?
You put that last game on him.
Yes,
I put that mostly on Josh.
And
okay,
can I
ask you a question as a Bills fan? Because the thing that glared out to me about that game the most was looking at when y'all got the ball. I was like, when you get the ball in that position in that part of the game and it's the end of the game and you're trying to either win or go to overtime, I put that on Sean McDermott. Or who's calling the plays? My bad. Who calling the plays on offense?
Joe Brady.
Okay, so my bad. Joe Brady. That's on you. Now, if Sean McDermott can overturn him, whatever. But Joe Brady, your job is to make sure that you guys are either going to win the game or go to overtime. So to come out there with James Cook as your running back and not at least attempt to run the ball to make the clock tick so that the Texans would have to make a choice whether we're going to let this thing bleed and let them try to score and then go to overtime, or we're going to try to save clock for ourselves instead of going out there against a good defense and trying to pass 3 straight times. I blame it on the play. At the end of the game, we could talk, everything happens during the game, but at the end of the game, when they had that ball in that position, you gotta run the ball first and let the clock tick and put yourself in a position of we're either going to make some miraculous shit happen and win the game, or we're gonna go to overtime, but we're not gonna lose right here. They pulled anything but that, but the reason why they pulled anything but that was because the play calling.
It's weird because
I think it goes. Go ahead.
Bills fans, like, the last time this situation came up, McDermott interfered. He ran the ball 3 times, went to overtime. They lost by a field goal. The last time this same situation came up, and they killed McDermott for interfering and making them run the clock. And now the same situation comes up. He lets the offensive coordinator do what he wants to do. They throw the ball 3 straight times. They lose again by a field goal, and it's still McDermott's fault, making the exact opposite decision that he made last time to interfere and not to interfere. And people are still killing him about it. And it's just wild to me how 3 weeks ago we were talking about McDermott being coach of the year as far as like Bills fans, and now he gives up offense. He gives up the offense, and now he should be fired, which is crazy.
Yeah, no. I'll tell you where the blame goes. First of all, the offensive coordinator, I mean, he had outlets baked into those play calls. It falls on the shoulders of Josh Allen. That's poor situational awareness on his behalf. First of all, on first down, you throw a back shoulder fade to Keon Coleman, who ran a terrible route. On second down, you throw it to motherfucking Mac Hollins down the seam. Are you fucking kidding me? Knowing that this shit doesn't work. And then on third down, it's like, what are you doing? Like, Josh was bad. He was bad. When
Yeah,
watched
he was,
all
he
22.
was bad.
Can I ask you, Sterling? Can I ask you a question, Sterling?
Huh?
So, and I agree with you, because when you're saying this, I'm like, you are right. Like,
let me say this before you
Right.
continue. The part on McDermott's behalf, he has to, and he shouldn't have to do this, but he needs to grab Josh Allen and say, look, motherfucker, get the first down right before he goes out there. Get the first down. That should be your focus. He shouldn't have to tell Josh that.
So this is going to build on to it, because I think you knew what I was going to say. So, and that's true. But at what point do we look at it and say, all right, I have this player, I got to control him? You know, because like you know when you have that type of player where like you're great, but you're going to do too much. And so you have to control them in some type of way. So my question is like, at what point?
I think that's a problem.
That's where I say it's Joe Brady's fault, because like at some point, you're right, Sterling. Like, you're right. There's stuff built into the play. But if you know the motherfucker not going to execute, or he's showing you like he's going to try to go for it all,
it's off night,
you gotta
right?
you know what I'm saying? You gotta protect, you know what I'm saying, your team, your player, and everything. And so you gotta say, okay, like the same thing applies. You gotta grab Josh and say, hey, look, man, we're running the fucking ball the first play. Don't check out that shit. We're running it because we need to make sure that we either win or fucking go to overtime, buddy. Like,
That's
and
crazy,
then you go off.
It is
But
crazy.
no, but
they had 3 timeouts.
crazy.
So hold on. So running the
last
ball with 3 timeouts, it wouldn't have done anything.
No,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
no.
'Cause they stopping
What it does.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It didn't do anything, because you run a couple risks. One, let's say you get blown up the middle and you're on the 3-yard line, 2-yard line. Oh, now we're talking about a safety, and then you just fucking gave the game away. Just, you know, but you're right. There needs to be like the cohesion isn't there.
But
You
I'll
know,
say this to that point, because
Mhm.
I'll just say this just so that they can understand my mindset. It's not a matter of, when I'm thinking about this, it's not a matter of like, are we going to get this super positive play? It is strictly thinking, we are not going to lose. Like, we are either going to make, we're at the, what were they at, like the 3-yard line or some shit? Like we are backed up in our own fucking end zone. Miracle is the only thing that's going to win for us right now. Do we have the quarterback to do it? Yes, but we have to make sure in searching for this miracle we don't lose. And the only way to do that is to force the Texans to make a decision. We run the ball, and we're going to let the clock bleed because we have a guy that if we run the ball, call hurry up, and get back up to the line, like we have a guy that we believe in the checks at that point, because at that point your defense is trying to figure out what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? And then you force the Texans to say, all right, either we're going to call timeout or we're going to let you run the play. And if they let you run the play, then you can have faith in Josh Allen being as good as he is, that he going to find somebody, because the Texans at that point, when you run the ball and the clock's ticking, they don't know, like it's the end of the game. Like the team is like, okay, we know what we're supposed to do, but it's the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? Butt cheeks get tight and all that type of shit, and it's a clutch part. So I think you have to put when you make your decisions, you have to put something on the other team that makes them say, okay. And I think that Brady just didn't do that. And I think you're right about Josh, you got to make the right throws. But Brady, bruh, like your guy hasn't been doing that the whole game. Run the ball with Cooks.
That's true.
And to counterpoint to your point about if you get stopped at the 2, what if that Cooks is Cooks? What if he break for 20, 30 yards? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
And y'all had how many? Y'all didn't have any timeouts though, right?
No, we didn't have no timeouts. They had
so you would have been in position where no matter what you would have done, no matter if you would have had a good play, bad play, whatever, you would have been in a position where you would have had to either throw a Hail Mary or do something like that. And let's say he does get stopped short, the clock's ticking. So Texans, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's on because if y'all want to try to win this game, you're gonna call timeout. We're gonna get time to devise whatever we want to do next and think about it. If y'all don't call timeout, then we just gonna let that bitch bleed and try to make a miracle play real quick. And if it don't work, it don't work. But we're gonna go to overtime. And I don't agree with blaming Josh McDermott for getting to overtime and losing, because if you get to overtime, fuck, your players got to perform.
All the Bills Mafia and the media would not agree, because the last time the situation happened, McDermott made him run it, and we lost it overtime, and they almost jumped straight to firing McDermott because he ran the ball instead of letting Josh Allen throw the ball, which is crazy.
But there's context. So, you know, what you're talking about, Poe, they had the weapons to do it. They don't have the weapons to do it, and they shouldn't have done that. That was a bad decision. It was a bad decision.
I scored 30 points 3 straight weeks.
And Cooks is your weapon.
But
I'm also Cooks is your weapon too. Like
he was phased out of the offense in the second half. But I don't want to talk about the Bills. It makes me angry.
Brady.
I'll say that I'll read this comment and then we'll move on to college football. He said, "This
has
been
Cowboys
Josh Allen.
Won. We gotta go Cowboys.
We could throw quickly. This has been Josh Allen every year since he's been in the league. At some point, he has to take the next steps to having this as second nature, and not have your coach in your ear in year 8 and 9. Yeah, it's true there. Dallas Cowboys, y'all got to win on Sunday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jalen Tolbert had 7 for 87 and a tutty.
I put him. I took him off the bench and put him on a fantasy team. You know what I'm saying? We just
okay. Well, talk to us about it.
Okay, so I want to say this. This is really the only point I want to make. You know, it's me, Russ J. You know, the Big 30, the Dallas Cowboys honest fan. I just want to make this point because we're not out the woods and yada yada. I ain't on that shit. Like, I have no faith in these niggas until they show me they can get to the NFC.
I mean, y'all just got an elite quarterback.
But I will say that is true. He is that cold, but he does fuck up a lot. And as CD said, throw me jump balls and I got you, my nigga. Like, you got to know KYP, know your personnel. Dak has a problem with that. But I do want to say this, and correct me if I'm wrong. Someone can send me some other win, but this is the first in this Dak era. This is the first time that they have gotten a true gritty win. The one versus Detroit don't count because the refs helped us, and a lot of the other ones are against NFC's teams, so they don't really count because that's division opponents. This is the first time the Cowboys went in with nothing that they needed. Their defense was fucked up to death. They didn't have all their players. Mike is out. DeMarcus Lawrence is out. You got to put different players in. What's his name? Cooks is out. Tolbert ends up getting the game-winning touchdown, and he's the guy that slotted in when Cooks is out. So it's like there was a lot of things that went wrong, and this Dallas Cowboys team for the last 6, 7, 8 years, maybe, their flaw has been like when the chips are stacked against you and when the game gets hard, y'all fold. Like when the game is like easy and everything works, y'all are magnificent regular season team. But when the game gets gritty, y'all can't win. And they went out there was a rain delay. It was cold, muggy, or just wet, muggy. It was a Pittsburgh type game. It was dirty. The game wasn't really like fun to watch. You really only if you watched it, if you love football, if you like one of the two teams, it was not very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of things that happened on the Cowboys sidelines that I'll mention again, the CD and Dak thing going back and forth. But when you watch that team play, you actually saw a team that like tried to win, like played football. Guys were shooting gaps. Guys were running towards the ball like I can tackle. So it was good to see them win that type of game. And we haven't seen that, but I'm not going to say that's going to springboard us to glorious things. But I'm just going to say as a fan watching, it was good to see that team, perform in that manner and that type of at that type of disadvantage.
All right. Real quick, here's an update on Hurricane Milton. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays, the roof has come off the stadium. Just FYI. So
wow.
Yeah, the roof is completely it's like ripped to shreds. So for those of you in the Tampa area, man, God bless you. Hope you stay safe in any way you can. Let's move to college football real quick, and we'll stay here for the next 10-15 minutes, and then we'll end the show here. Man, look, Vanderbilt beat Alabama. Like, yo, what the hell? Like, Alabama came off this great win against Boogie's Georgia Bulldogs in a thriller, in a classic, one of the best football games I think I've seen in quite some time. And they come out and take them Vanderbilt boys very lightly, and to the tune of they took that goalpost and threw it in the Cumberland River. So y'all's thoughts on the Vanderbilt Commodores?
Move us up, move us back up in the rankings. That's all I gotta say. Well, to all the Bama fans, man, look, man, you're king of the world one day, and the next day, you just
eat shit.
Taking the Vanderbilt, bro. This is the crazy world of college football that we love so much. I'm gonna say this. I never thought that y'all was that good. Even despite that, you beat Georgia. The fact is, that Georgia rallied back from being down like fucking 28-0 to make it a game where it looked like you just didn't beat them, you actually survived. And that's how I look at it. Like when me and Sterling, talked in the chat after the game, Sterling was like, if y'all meet them in the championship, you beat them. I was like, I know. Because they won't start have a bad start like that again. But I mean, hey, Vanderbilt, after all that soundbite that Nick Saban got them, gave them they had a lot of bulletin board material, and they made good on it. So shout out to Vanderbilt for pulling one of the biggest upsets in the history of the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, Saban said, for context, he said basically playing up there is like a home game. Like, and football's not serious.
Damn.
Well, they humbled Alabama.
They were so motherfucking serious.
To the tune of there was a whole safety just spazzing out on the last couple plays.
13. That was fucking hilarious. He was losing his shit. I didn't come to Bama for this transfer portal.
Later reported, he said defensive coordinator was giving him anxiety because the calls were coming in too late all game. That's what the kid said. So again, regardless, Vanderbilt played a great game. SEC is crazy, man. It's crazy football.
Bama go ahead.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
Vanderbilt gave Alabama the welcome to the SEC that they said Auburn was going to give Oklahoma. It just means more, guys. Hey, can I say something else? It's crazy because like they was talking shit about the Big 12, but the two best teams from the Big 12 are playing the biggest game in the SEC this Saturday. I don't understand. Like they told Boogie, y'all said that we weren't going to be able to hang, but I think that the Texas-Oklahoma game is going to determine who wins this. Damn,
okay, let's
Boogie,
talk about the Red River rivalry.
I thought y'all niggas was going to talk to us and turn us.
Bama's going to be back. Stop playing.
Bama's got to play Texas, and Georgia's got to play Texas, and Texas.
Bama beat Georgia, and Bama is going to beat Texas. Bama's going to be back. They always lose one of these games a year where you don't think they should lose and they end up losing it, and then they end up having a big ass run at the end of the season to get back into the playoff contention.
But this is a different Bama because they're not coached by Nick Saban, right?
They also
got
have the best quarterback, though.
They what?
They also got one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
They do.
One of the best.
Jalen Milroe's dope. Have you seen Arch Manning?
I thought he said the. I thought he said the best.
Hey,
have you seen Michael?
I told you Arch should have started from the beginning.
Have you seen Michael Hawkins?
Yeah, you did. I give you credit. I give you props on that, Poe. You did say that. Red River Rivalry. Who's gonna win that?
Texas.
Nigga, what am I gonna say?
Texas for sure.
I mean, I thought Russ would have like some sort of. You ain't got none of that, Russ.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. We play this game every year. We play on grass, bro. Oklahoma fans have a little bit to say, like, hey, we're gonna play you guys, but they already know. And I'm gonna put it to you like this. I know two things. I fear God, and Texas fears Oklahoma.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Not Arch Manning, though.
Not Arch.
Arch don't fear nobody. Check Omaha.
It's hey, put that on the screen. Put that on the screen.
What was that? Oh, right
here. Guess what? It's 10-28, and we're 7 out of 10 in the last 10 games. It means y'all won 3 of them. Hoes.
Man.
So I'm gonna say this. Unlike Texas, we respect our opponent and don't just talk shit to them. So we're gonna come out there. We're gonna play on grass. We do have a top 5 defense, and not only we probably have the best defense in the SEC. Stop playing with us. We do have a top 5 defense in the nation, and I think that we're gonna go out there and play some ball. But our offense is struggling. I can't sit there and act like that's not a thing. Jackson Arnold failed us. He's probably gonna play for SMU, Mississippi State. Hey, Jackson, go to UTSA. You're gonna light it up there, and we're gonna root for you there. But I do think Michael Hawkins, that young boy might be the truth. Oklahoma's been going out there, all their starting receivers shot. The offensive line playing like dirt, and they scripting and scraping and trying to find ways to win. And the way they're winning is this defense is amazing. If you haven't watched Oklahoma play, the defense is something to marvel at. I got mad respect for Coach Venables because when he's asked questions on the sideline, you can tell he's a true defensive coach because he just says the defense got to hold him. The stops got to keep him getting possession. The defense it's never on the offense. It's always on the defense, and the defense plays like that. So I do think it's going to be Texas and OU is a game. It's a game every year. I think that Texas is going to come out. They are the leader. They are like the higher ranked team. So I'm not going to disrespect them, but I do expect my team to play very, very fucking hard. And those that know this rivalry know that all these kids know each other. A lot of them played against each other in the playoffs in high school. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying, have mingled with each other. And this is always a bloodbath. It's always a game.
Had an epiphany. Quinn Ewers is starting. Yeah. I'm going with Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Let's talk about somebody.
Poe, stay over there. We don't.
No. I'm on Arch Manning's team. I'm not on Quinn Ewers' team. Quinn Ewers. I'm on Oklahoma this week.
All right, so he's going to Oklahoma.
But Sterling, before we move forward, I do want to say, yeah, Colin Simmons, and I hope Colin Simmons don't be driving on nobody. If you know, you know. I do want to say it really needs to be brought to light, though, bro. I think people need to talk about it more. Like when Texas and Oklahoma was coming to this division, people were talking shit like they're not gonna last, they're not gonna be. And this weekend, the winner of this game is at the top of the SEC. So I'll say it again. It just means more, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean it's going to be a great game. I mean I don't have a skin in. I just want to see good football being played, and I guess the rankings when it comes to Oklahoma, Texas doesn't matter. It don't matter. Any one of these teams can win. So let's just see it play out. But I will tell you this though. Let's move on to Boise State.
Sorry. Fuck USC. Y'all niggas lost to Minnesota. Boo. Sorry, go ahead.
Ashton Jeanty. This dude is taking college football over by storm. I mean, before the season, there was not much chatter or talk about this young man, but he is just killing it. And let me give you a surprising stat. This man is averaging 10.9 yards per carry right now. 10.9 yards per carry. if you look at his splits or his stats year to year, he's a junior, but he had 1,300 yards last year. He had 821 yards, 7 touchdowns as a freshman, and this year he already has 1,000 yards on 95 carries and 16 touchdowns. This boy right here, he is killing the league, man. He's definitely probably right.
He should be undefeated because they booted out their safety, and Oregon should have lost that game.
Is he the best running back in the last 5 years or what?
In college? Yeah.
In college.
I think so. He's playing on the Boise State team and
Yeah.
doing this. Like, did against Oregon, did against every good team they played.
Yep. The boy's cold. He's cold. So we get to continue to watch him throughout the season. Keep an eye on him, man. He's a junior. He's probably most definitely going to declare for the draft. Right now, I mean, he's probably a top 10, 15 pick. Or I guess in a big board, I would say he's probably top 5 overall player. But he'll probably go. I mean, we've seen running backs being taken in the first round, so he'll probably go mid first round or late first round. So good for him, man. He's gonna get the bag. He's gonna get an opportunity to set up his family for life. So, man, shout out to the Boise State. What do they call them fools up there? Boise State what? Broncos. They are the fucking Broncos. And with that being said, Ghost nigga, like you ready for a nap or what?
No, what's up, bro? No, I'm just chilling, bro.
Then they go say, y'all got me for the Saints topic, the fight topic, and I'm a viewer.
No, I ain't really. Look, I was gonna say, hey, of course, I want to speak about my Hurricanes in Miami. You see them out there; these boys out here killing. I mean, we can't keep having games like we have, and when we coming back from teams that we should be beating. I'm kind of scared on it. Like, I mean, we looking nice, but hey, look, we got Louisville coming up. We got Clemson, so we can't keep playing like how we doing. Like, we trying to get a 12-team playoff and take it back to how it was back in the day, and we got to do it, baby. It's time to show up and show out. Mike, where we get on all fours, dog?
You and Dale, I don't like your football team right now, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Hey, closing remarks, real quick. I'm gonna ask y'all a question, okay? Those of you who are watching the show, thank you for hanging out with the Hesi tonight. We really appreciate it. Like and subscribe. The show is growing. We're gonna start putting this in podcast form. So I'll probably start doing that next week. But let me ask y'all a question. Let me take you back to your childhood. It's Saturday morning. You're watching cartoons. What cereal you eating on, dog?
Ooh, shit.
One cereal before we go. Each one of y'all give me a cereal. And don't be no lame shit.
I'm gonna tell you that is only one Saturday morning cereal. Crunch berries. Time to go.
What?
Okay, Captain Crunch berries for Boogie.
That's a good one.
What?
I'm keeping it with the Captain Crunch, but I'm doing the peanut butter crunch.
Peanut
Also
butter
acceptable.
crunch. Okay, all right. The milk be good.
Delicious.
Oh, what you got? Y'all Samoans eat cereal?
There's two answers. It's
Pork
Fruity
and
Pebbles or
pork
Frosted
cereal.
Flakes.
Hey, them niggas eat straight protein for breakfast. Go ahead.
Pineapple cereal.
It's Fruity Pebbles or Frosted
Acceptable.
Flakes. Those are the only
Unacceptable.
Two.
All right.
Those are the only two.
I gave you one
Fruity
of those.
Pebbles or
What the
Frosted
fuck is
Flakes?
Captain Crunch berries?
Yeah, Captain
Hey,
Crunch berries
Crunch
is a
berries
hood
is
staple. It's nothing but sugar and mouth fruit cuts.
That's the whole point. That's the whole
berries are
point. You're
fire.
Saturday morning, you're a kid. That's the whole point.
Yeah, well, you
All
know,
Bro
but-
Poe and Stephon Diggs with the Fruity Pebbles. Russ.
See,
I didn't say Fruity Pebbles. I said
the only problem I have with post election is that the motherfuckers get stale very, very, very. I mean, not stale, get soggy very, very quick.
you just eat them
Wait,
quick.
hold on. Honorable mention: Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Golden Grams.
That's a good one.
Oh, Golden Grams. That's my
also-
shit.
Cinnamon
Russ?
Toast
Y'all
Crunch.
niggas.
Those
Yeah,
are also
I'm
good
old.
staples.
Poe got two, so I get two. Number one, all y'all niggas lame.
Russell
Cocoa
eat
Puffs.
Raisin Bran.
Definitely
Cocoa
not.
Puffs. Raisin Bran is fire, but that's not the favorite. But Raisin
Cocoa
Bran is
Puffs taste
fire.
like feet.
That nigga be
Man,
shitting the
Cocoa
motherfucking
Puffs
smoke,
taste-
don't
Man,
it? That
Cocoa
with that
Puffs
raisin
taste
bread and
like
them fucking hard ass raisins.
Number one, Cocoa Puffs.
Hold on,
Cole, you
nigga.
got two.
If you eat
You got- I
raisin
get
bran, the raisins be hard as rocks when it hits
Yo,
that milk,
my
nigga.
Yeah, but you had a 4.0
Y'all
GPA.
name
You had
my
Raisin Bran for
favorite.
sure.
I did not name Raisin Bran as my favorite.
Oh, you didn't say that?
No, y'all are not gonna slander the greatness that is
Why you get
brand
two?
cereal with raisins.
No.
Because Poe got two.
Yeah, why he get two?
Yeah.
Because Poe got two. And I went and noticed Sterling, I'm sneaky because I waited. He got two, and I was like, I got y'all. So number one, y'all lame because Cocoa Puffs, and after you get finished, it's chocolate milk.
Feet
Stop.
puffs.
Cocoa Puffs is fire. And number two, where's your nostalgia? Fruit Loops, nigga. Fruit Loops, nigga.
Okay, so
Big bowl. Nigga, taste nigga.
The milk ain't good enough at
That's
the
like-
end.
There's a red 40 all up in that
Man,
bitch.
y'all
the second one,
know,
the second one,
Red 40 all up in that bitch. So
I'll say
Nigga,
this:
you can't eat Fruit Loops. I don't know if I can trust you.
Apple Jacks. That's the
Ooh,
one.
That's a good one.
Apple
That's
Jacks.
also a good one.
Honorable
Apple
Man,
Jacks,
good
yes
one.
sir.
Hey,
Okay.
Apple Jacks, I used to get those in the mail when they used to mail out those little
boxes.
Little boxes.
Little boxes.
Or
The
Rice
Cocoa
Krispie
Puffs,
treats.
Cocoa Krispies, Cocoa Krispies.
You
Fuck
Everything
that.
is good.
Cocoa Krispies.
You just want to talk
Yeah,
to
bro.
That nigga just want to talk
I want to
Artificial
take
chocolate.
out Cocoa Puffs.
Mhm.
I want to take out Cocoa Puffs and I want to put in Cocoa Krispies. Is Cocoa Krispies?
Nigga, that's 4 cereals you just named.
Hey,
God,
I'm
Russ.
taking out-
Those get
okay,
moldy
so,
as soon
hey,
as the milk
so-
hit it.
No. Okay, so fuck every other cereal. Cocoa Krispies. On God, nigga, stop playing. You get to
lost.
put them in it.
You had
You
the
don't,
worst
you
one
don't,
out
you
of
don't
all
get to
of
add
us.
an
So
emphatic
people-
on God after
so
4
people- so
cereals.
people- You got regular Rice
Hey,
Krispies.
After
You
your
got
first
regular-
choices, right
you
here,
got- you got regular Rice Krispies, which is snap, crackle, and pop.
Hey, bro.
And then you got
I ain't
Cocoa.
gonna lie. The Rice
Hey, we
Krispies
gotta
with
mute
the
this
sugar
nigga.
at the
We
bottom,
gotta mute this nigga.
where
Hey,
you
ain't
can
nobody
scrape it
trying
at
to
the
hear
bottom, you
Russ.
get the little sugar pocket in
Hey,
the front. Hey, nigga, that was the
listen.
best shit ever.
This nigga Russ got 4 cereals, dog. Hell no, we can't let this nigga do that to us.
I am back. I have
no.
controls too.
No,
right,
you
hey.
done. Hey, this is the Hesi podcast. It's been a fucking great night. I hope wherever you're listening to the show that y'all have a great night and the rest of the week. Again, this is the Hesi podcast, and we up out of here.
Man, y'all, they over here trying to hold me. They're trying to hold me on the NCAA.
hey Sterling.